Welcome to Menomonee Falls High School, a Greater Metro girls basketball matchup. It is the Brookfield East Spartans at 7-14 here against the Menomonee Falls Indians, who come in at 11-10. It is senior night here at Menomonee Falls High School. We get into that in just a couple of moments here. I'm John Merkier. He is Bill Hintz. Old coach, good to see you here. Thanks for being with me as we wrap up the Greater Metro girls season.
Well, and this is also our final broadcast of the winter sports season after all the exciting things that have happened this winter season. So
this is a big game. It's the last game before the second season begins, and both teams would like to come out of here with a final victory in the Greater Metro. Let's get to the hints from Hintz and take a look at what the keys are. If you're Menomonee Falls, what do you do to win this ball game?
Well, I think Falls has really been playing extremely well. They played well against teams like DSHA and that, but they've won the last two games against West Allis opponents. So you got to get on a roll. You want to get on a roll right before you get into the second season. And the up-tempo offense, I think they're great when they run, when they move. I think they've got the girls that can do it. I think it's an outstanding opportunity for them to score. I think they also have to defend and box out and not give any extra points. Really, the Falls is going to have a height advantage tonight, but what the other team has is a little bit of speed and quickness as well. And then, of course, prepare for the playoffs. You know, Coach Amundsen tonight, they're 12-9. They're 7-6 in the conference. And you mentioned before, John, that that record is 7-6 versus 6-7 for East. And so you don't want to end up at 500. You don't want to be a 7-7 tied with Brookfield East. You want to take that fourth slot. You want to make sure that you're feeling pretty good about the season as best as you can.
And that's why this game is so important for Brook East as well. They would love to finish at 500 in the Greater Metro Conference. What must they do to win?
Well, Michael Goodman's, this is his first year. He came from Mondovi. I think he's done some really positive things. One of the things that he's really invested in is, of course, the young players. He's starting two freshmen, and they're leading them in a lot of statistical categories. But really what they have to do, Brookfield East must limit Robertson and Cronover. Those two are just dynamic. They're 30 points per game between the two of them. They have to overcome losing the last 3 or 4, and some of them have been heartbreakers.
Yeah.
They've played, DSHA pretty well. They've played, obviously, the Falls pretty well. They have to stay positive, and that's a real challenge as your team doesn't exactly win as many. You see they're 7-14, so they've lost a third of their games, and tough. But they're developing a young team, and I predict that this Brookfield East team will be a team to be reckoned with over the next couple of years.
Their two leading scorers are both freshmen coming into this game. Our two leading scorers, both seniors.
Right.
It's kind of a tale of two different programs. Let's take a quick look at the standings as the teams come to the sideline and we get closer to the opening tip, the introductions, all that good stuff. Take a look at those standings. You can see why this game is so important. Sussex-Hamilton, 13-0. They have clinched the conference, 20-1 overall. DSHA, always tough, is at 11-2. Brook Central having a nice year. They're at 10-3 in the conference, 14-7 overall. Then you see the Falls, Brook East, followed up by the West Allis schools and Tosa East. A big game as far as momentum, a big game as far as sorting things out. Like you said, Coach, feeling good as you go into the second season.
Yeah, and I think what you can really do is make up for any disappointments that you may have had during the regular season when that second season starts. That's how we always used to approach it. And, of course, tonight in these next 4 or 5 seconds, they're going to start honoring the 5 seniors tonight. These 5 seniors are going to be tough to replace. Excellent young ladies.
Good evening, basketball.
We actually had the chance to talk to Coach Craig Amundsen. We'll share that with you at halftime. He will talk in depth a little bit about these seniors and what they will lose not only on the court but off the court. Public address announcer Jerry Missling getting ready to set the stage here on senior night at Menomonee Falls High School. We'll get the introductions. We'll get you your national anthem. Always an emotional night when it is senior night.
Turn it over to junior Aaron Otzelberger.
Let's listen in here. Junior Otzelberger. believe is going to kind of lead us through this recognition of the seniors, Erin Otzelberger. She has the microphone. Erin Otzelberger, who gets a lot of playing time. You can see the seniors have been given gifts and roses and balloons on this emotional night here. Or they will be given. There we go. Haley Perche.
Unfortunately, they're not required to carry the balloons and flowers during the game. So they're receiving these, but they're going to put them aside.
This is going to be a group of young ladies that is going to be tough to replace. Michaela Robertson has tears in her eyes. There they are, the Menomonee Falls seniors, the class of 2013. Valuable on the court, valuable off the court. You'll hear more about that from Coach Craig Amundsen at halftime.
And I remember them because they were all freshmen when I was the principal here, and wonderful young ladies as freshmen. You know, many of them were up on the varsity almost immediately. Great young ladies, great students, good character, incredible role models, and you can tell how much they care about each other and how hard they're going to play tonight, I think.
We've been doing these games for most of their career. Erin Crownover, the way she has grown as a player through those years. There you can see the underclassmen congratulating those seniors. Now they will try to set that aside and get ready to play some basketball.
And that's tough. I mean, because, you know, there is that emotion that takes place right before the game. This is true of the guys or the girls. Doesn't make any difference. I think that they'll have to, they may be actually a little shaky in those first few minutes, but they'll pull it together, I'm sure.
Sung by senior football player Troy Tyler, the best male singer in Menomonee Falls.
That is quite an introduction.
Yeah,
no pressure there.
No pressure. No.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Very nice job, senior Troy Tyler with the national anthem on senior night here at Menomonee Falls High School.
And we've talked about how
Once
tough
again,
that is.
thanks,
That's
Troy.
acapella. You're out there by yourself. Troy did a great
tremendous job.
Nice job, Troy.
Fans, good
Nothing to hide
sportsmanship is
behind.
the primary goal of the high school interscholastic athletic program. Our athletes recognize that judgment calls are made in good faith, and they must abide by the decisions of the officials. We ask that all spectators refrain from making derogatory remarks or cheers. And
Jerry
if you
Missling
support
helping us
your
set the
athletes in
stage
a
here for
positive
this
and
Greater
sportsmanlike
Metro
fashion.
finale at
Thank you
Menomonee
for
Falls
your
High School
cooperation.
Regionals coming up on March 1st. Let's listen
Now
in
let's
as the
meet
Brookfield East Spartans are
The
introduced.
Spartans are led by first-year coach Michael Goodman, assisted by Vanessa Sowinski. And now the starting lineup for the Spartans. A 5'9" senior, number 14, Emily Utic. A 5'5" freshman, number 20, Angela Pickler. A 5'8" sophomore, number 22, Kelly Goodman. A 5'9" senior, number 34, Lauren Kennedy. And a 5'11" freshman, number 42, Mariah Miller. Let's have a nice hand for the Spartans.
5'11" freshman
Now let's meet your
Mariah
Menomonee
Miller.
Falls
She is
Indians.
a handful, averaging
The Indians are
11.8
led
per
by
game.
16th-year head coach Craig
Here are the
Allenson,
Menomonee Falls
assisted
Indians.
by Brian Kurt. And now the starting lineup for the Indians. A 5'8" senior number 10, Haley Prechet. A 5'10" senior number 12, Michaela Robertson. A 5'10" senior number 30, Amber Bullock. A 6'1" senior number 42, Monica Carlson. And a 6'1" senior number 50, Erin Crownover.
Very nice. The 5 seniors starting tonight on senior night for the Indians.
That's an excellent class when you think about all that they've seen, all that they've done over the last 4 years, all they've contributed to Menomonee Falls High School. Incredible.
This will be an interesting matchup. If you look at the Spartans, they start 2 seniors and then 2 freshmen, and those 2 freshmen are dangerous. Mariah Miller averaging 11.8 a game, Pickler 10.4. Pickler also leads the team in dishes, 3.6 assists per game. She's really the little engine that makes it go for the Spartans.
And, you know, and I think what's going to happen out here, like I said, I'm hoping that they can kind of hang in there and get over the emotion of the piece and everything else. Good to see you.
You're right, because that is a real factor. You know, this is a great night, an emotional night, but it kind of takes you out of your routine a little bit. Maybe a little extra adrenaline is flowing. But you got to get it done on the court, and these are 2 fairly evenly matched basketball teams.
Yeah, the one thing that I think is going to be also critical, I didn't mention it in the pregame, but according to the stats, they only are shooting 24% from the three-point arc, which is why I think the Falls started in a 2-3 zone the last time. He indicated that they're going to be playing man-to-man to start out with, though, but they're on offense first.
Falls win the tab. Bullock wasting no time. Short baby jumper, nothing but net.
So much for that emotion. Just get out there and do it.
Bullock on the board. Pickler sets the offense for the Spartans, guarded by Robertson between the rings. Looks baseline. That's up, and that's blocked. Knocked out of bounds by the Indians. Nice defense. Kelly Goodman looking to go to her right, and had that rejected.
And I was just thinking about blocks the other night. They had a picture of Bill Russell in the paper, and I was thinking about how he always used to talk about, you know, a block is a great block when you block it but keep it in bounds.
Yes, and he was the king.
And that was a challenge.
Turnover. Emily Utek travels. The Indians will take back over on offense, up 2-zip. About 30 seconds gone by in this opening quarter. Amber Bullock will set the offense.
Kind of a 1-4 alignment. Michaela popping to the weak side corner.
Michaela with the travel. She will give the ball back.
It's so easy when you make that little move. That pivot foot slides just a little bit, and the official picked up on that.
Pickler beats the pressure, looks up court. Ball is loose. Ball is on the court. Spartans pick it back up. Pickler will look to reset the offense. There's the big weapon. That is Mariah Miller. Miller gives it up baseline, turns it over.
Hey, and see, and I find it interesting. They've got Miller, who's one of the bigger ladies out there and strong. They've got her in a high post.
Yeah, 5'11".
Yeah,
she's
so,
playing up top.
I'd kind of be thinking we'd want to post her up at some point, but.
There's a look inside. It is back to Robertson. Goes baseline, swings it, hits off the bottom of the upright. Prechet gathers. Prechet, baby jumper. That is off the mark, and it's Miller with the rebound.
Good recovery by Prechet.
Interesting, Pickler, the freshman, at 5'5", and her teammate Mariah Miller at 5'11", the 2 sparks for this Spartan team. Kind of like big and small, inside, outside. Pickler drove inside, and they call the foul on Crownover. Crownover with the block.
Yeah, this is good that we get to see this again. Yeah, I don't know.
Looked like she was there.
Yeah, I would have thought so.
Maybe she wasn't quite squared up, so that's Pickler at the line.
You know,
First one is off the mark. Pickler coming in a 56% free throw shooter.
Well, and you know the thing about Pickler too is that she really drove into a kind of a crowded area. There was 3, you know,
the ref bailed her out, really.
Yeah.
She was in trouble. She gets the second one, and the Spartans are on the board.
And that's why she's a 56% free throw shooter. She makes 1 of 2.
It's Prochet on the wing, guarded by Pickler. Prochet to Robertson. Robertson looking inside, puts it on the deck. 2-1 Indians. Robertson on the dribble, gives it up to Bullock. Crownover, nice position inside. Pass a little bit late. Crownover with position. And what do we have? We have a jump ball call. That's going to go back to the Spartans.
Spartans, right. They got some weak side help there, so Erin's got to remember that she's going to probably be taking on 2 people. They don't want her to get the ball in the low post.
Spartans yet to have a field goal in this ball game. Pickler on the wing, right in front of the Indian cheer squad over there. Ball is on the deck, and here comes Bullock. She comes away. Another turnover by the Spartans. 3 turnovers early. Outside jumper is on the way. That is off the mark. Pickler with a 3rd rebound.
Not too many freshman point guards can also be one of your top rebounders.
Yeah, right place, right time, I guess. She's putting that 5'5" frame to good use. Once again, the Spartans turn the ball over. They've come down unofficially. I think it's 5 times on offense, and 4 times they've turned the ball over.
And speaking of point guards, I have always liked Amber Bullock as a point guard. I think she sees the court well. I think she tries to get it to players.
Now the Indians turn the ball over. Bullock with good size, too. 5'10" point guard. She can pose some problems. And Mariah Miller with the garbage bucket. Almost another turnover, and Miller converts it into 2 points.
Almost seems like that's their philosophy tonight. They're going to be trying to penetrate with number 20, Pickler.
Bullock thought about the jumper, looks inside to Crownover. Nice hands, Erin Crownover. Inside, up. Can't get it to fall, but she is fouled on the play. Nice, strong move, Erin Crownover.
Clearly, that is what they're doing. They're going to get, if the ball goes inside to Crownover, look at, she's double teamed immediately. 1 on top, 1 on the bottom. We used to call that the sandwich, and she's in between, and she got fouled.
76% free throw shooter. Knocks the first one down. Erin Crownover is on the board, and we're tied at 3. She will get 1 more.
You know how much I think free throws can break a game, so very important to make these.
Crownover, 2 for 2. She is a good free throw shooter. Here come the Spartans back on offense. Oh, almost the turnover. Baseline looking for help. Bullock gets back on defense. Ball is loose, picked up, knocked down. They're going to get Prochet with a foul. Their feet kind of got tangled up a little bit there between the rings.
Yeah. That could have very easily been a travel on the Spartans.
Otzelberger in for Prochet. They were going to make that switch anyhow. Spartans set to inbound. They get it into Miller. Miller playing very high up on the floor.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly, other than that, where they want to get Erin Crownover out of the defensive area.
Inside, the ball is loose. Crownover looks ahead. She gets it to Robertson. Robertson,
wow.
Feed. That is a nice dish and a nice finish. Indians. Carlson.
Well, I tell you, that's a really heads up. She noticed that she didn't have a chance to dribble, and I think she dumped it off just in time. Nice job, Michaela.
6-3 Indians. Spartans looking for some rhythm on offense. They have yet to find it, and another turnover. Otzelberger on the drive. Gives it up to Carlson. Carlson inside. Can't get it to go. Gathers her own rebound. Ball is loose on the court. Spartans come out of there with it. Otzelberger, very nice pass. For the second time, Pickler inside, goes to the dish, and is fouled.
You know, it really looks like what they're telling Pickler. They want her to penetrate and drive. I mean, that's been essentially their offense 3, 4, 5 times now. She's gone straight down and attacked.
And interesting for a point guard, she's not a great free throw shooter.
No, but I think what she's doing is she's disrupting the defense and probably picking up some fouls on some of the false players, you know.
56% free throw shooter. To that point, the Indians with 3 early fouls, Spartans with 1.
Right. Well, and that'll be interesting, too, if one of the possibilities for the coaches is to look at, well, should they go back and maybe do something like a 2-3, so that'll kind of jam up the middle a little bit. It'll be less likely that she'll penetrate.
Indians have won 2 games in a row. Michaela Robertson has not yet scored tonight. In the last game, she dropped 18 on West Alice Hale. She is the leading scorer. She comes in averaging 13.5 a game. Crownover with 12.3 a game.
Yeah, Michaela's got to be in there offensively and defensively. Crownover obviously very critical as well. Goodman, we mentioned before, first-year head coach at Brookfield East. Came from Mondovi.
They could be building something special at Brookfield East. They have this year a nice combination of young and old, but their 2 most productive players, as we mentioned, are freshmen.
Right. And, and of course, Jerry Missling keeps us informed about the pipeline, and he's telling us that there's some great young ladies coming up from the 8th grade team as
I hear that. I hear they've had a great year. I don't think they've lost a game this year.
I think you're right.
Pickler at the line, 56% on the year. Whoa, that draws rain, and she does knock it down. She's got 2 on the night. She gets them both.
No, she just went to 75% on the free throw shooting.
Crownover flashes inside. Instead, it's the top of the key. There's Bullock on the wing. Bullock looking to swing the ball. Robertson wide open baseline. Carlson inside. Can't get it to fall from the paint. Rebound by Otzelberger. Battle for the ball. It is loose. Spartans come out of there with the basketball. Pickler pushes it once again. Confronted by Carlson and backs it back out. Miller not looking to shoot either. Jumper is on the way. That is from downtown, and that is off the mark. Mariah Miller with the rebound and the easy 2. Miller with 5.
Yeah, that's not exactly what they were hoping for, I don't think. East with the lead.
Nice spin move. Bullock tied up. Mariah Miller. Bullock with a nice spin move went inside and then was double teamed almost immediately. The Indians will keep possession of the ball. There you see the arrow.
A lot of body contact on that one, but
nice camera work. You can see him flipping the arrow there. Crownover inside. Tough. Otzelberger with a nice rebound. She's hammered and she will go to the line. Otzelberger on the year, a 57% free throw shooter.
First foul for Mariah Miller, freshman. Otzelberger family, of course, contributing many great young ladies to the girls basketball program.
Knocks the first one down. Erin Otzelberger is on the board.
And, she'll probably play a major role next year.
She will. Crownover battles for the rebound. Nice hustle. Can't quite control it. Goes back to the Spartans, but we're tied at 7. Otzelberger gets a rest. Into the ball game for the Indians is Claire Morfeld. Is she part of the Haley Morfeld?
I believe so.
Is that her younger sister, maybe?
I believe so.
Some tough basketball players, those Morfelds. She stepped out of bounds. Pressure forces the turnover. Indians will get the ball back. We don't keep turnovers, but there have been a lot of Spartan turnovers.
There have. They've got to capitalize, though, because 7-7 is not really making the most of those opportunities.
Oh, tough pass into Crownover. Crownover can't save it. That's not a good entry pass.
You got to recognize that she's being double teamed,
yeah.
So you're going to have to find a different way to get the ball to her. They're sending the person from the weak side opposite to come over and do the double. The other person fronts Aaron, and then somebody is behind her, and that's a very, very tough pass to make. So they switched up the defense now. Looks like they're in a 1-3-1.
Pickler being harassed out high, gives the ball up to Miller, who's also out high. Jumper from the baseline, rebound and the stick back.
Wow.
Kennedy.
Got to box out. Cannot, when you're in that type of a zone, you got to make sure you know who you're boxing out.
Spartans up by 2. Another dangerous pass inside. Nice pass. Bullock. Bullet pass. Bullock with the finish. Pretty pass.
Monica Carlson, nice job on that assist. Again, 1-3-1 zone.
Another turnover. Look up. There she is, Monica Carlson, with an easy deuce. Nice heads-up play by Amber Bullock.
Well, that switch in defense was key to this little run that they're putting together.
Oh, blown assignment, and they pay for it. Deuce, Lauren Kennedy with 2 more.
Yeah, weak side wing's got to drop down and cover that.
Whoa, tough pass. Carlson with the turnover. Jumper on the way. That is well off the mark. Here comes Michaela Robertson looking to run. She gets it to Bullock. Bullock inside. Nice hands. Carlson can't finish. There is Robertson. She puts it in.
So Michaela breaks the ice finally.
She is on the board. Carlson with nice hands, and Robertson with a nice follow.
You got to have a court awareness. You don't want to stand underneath the basket.
Carlson is leaking out. She is getting some very easy looks.
She's hustling. Interesting.
Nice control, too.
Yeah, East is not going to stop the flow here.
Pickler from downtown. That's a brick. Here come the Indians as we head into 20 seconds left. Again, they look well up court. Robertson inside. They are torching the Spartans in the transition game.
Yeah, this 1-3-1 has really totally disrupted the Spartans. They don't even know exactly how to attack it.
And they're not getting back on defense.
No.
Robertson with a good interior defense. The Indians, if they hustle, will get a shot. There's 1 second left. And that's how it will end. A late spurt by the Indians at the end of one. Menomonee Falls Indians 17. The Brookfield Spartans 11. You said it. Boy, they switched the defense and the whole complexion changed.
Yeah. And you know what's interesting is you can see how they matched up. What they did was East put a person on the wing, which matched up directly with the 1-3-1 person, so she was able to pressure, and then there's nobody for her to pass it to. You try to get it to the baseline. I am a little concerned about they do see that opening down there on the low block, and so we got to get, if it's going to be right side dominated, which is what they seem to be doing right now, they've got to get Michaela Robertson to come down. She shouldn't be behind the post. She's got to dive and catch the front end of the post so that she can knock the ball away or maybe even make a steal down there.
I was impressed with how the Indians got out in transition. Their defense disrupted the East offense, but then they were able to leak out and really capitalize once that defense held on those possessions.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of very easy points for Carlson. Robertson had a couple easy points.
Yeah, and finally broke open there. I mean, she had 4 points, I think, right there in the last 2 minutes or so. I also think, too, that they've got a couple of other players in now.
Anna Smalley has checked into the ball game for the Indians, and so has Laura Marks.
Yeah, okay. So, and, you know, this is kind of what they've been doing. They're pretty much playing. They've got 5 on the bench that have got their jackets off and playing, and they've got another 5 out there, so they've got their 10 rotation going, and hopefully everybody's going to be involved tonight.
The Spartans also make some changes, although Pickler and Miller, the 2 freshmen, stay on the floor. Another sloppy pass. Turnover. Robertson comes out of there with it. She is off to the races. Jumper on the way. Knocks it down. Michaela Robertson. Very smart play.
Oh, very smart. She saw that it was going to get too crowded in the lane. Just a pull-up jump shot. I'm telling you, that is gold. That is just beautiful.
Anna Smalley with the tough defense. Inside turnover once again. Leak out. Prichet to the basket, knocked away. Indians will keep the basketball. Wow, that is a burst by Haley Prichet.
Yeah, I would have thought there might have been some contact there, but
Indians up by 8.
Here it is. Let's see what we've got.
She just accelerates to the rack.
Excellent call.
Good call.
Excellent call by the official. You notice how maybe a little bit of the hand.
Yeah, that was good hustle on defense.
But yeah, see, and they're still double-teaming Aaron. I think what they've got to do is find other options, and then Aaron's going to become open when they have to defend the other players.
Downtown jumper off the mark. Nice rebound. Laura Marks. Here comes the Indians. It's Robertson on the dribble. Crossover to the rack. Can't get it to fall.
Stop.
Offensive rebound. Prichet. Oh. And that's going to stay with the Indians.
Amazing. Great hustle. You know what I love is body control. Michaela Robertson, when she attacked, she knew she would have kept going. She might have drawn the offensive charge, so she pulls up and takes a nice shot.
Crown over with the strong move. Nice rebound. Can't get it to go. Battle for the ball. Mariah Miller gathers it.
Well, they're letting it get a little physical.
They are.
And letting the girls play a little bit.
Baseline, nothing there. They're going to get marks for the block.
Yeah, it's so tough. You know, you can't give up that baseline. We've talked about that in previous broadcasts. But whenever an offensive player can take that baseline, get that corner, you know, there's usually nothing good that's going to come of it. They're either going to get the layup or they're going to get the free throw opportunity, and that's what happened here.
Goodman 51% on the year. gets the first one. They are not a particularly good free throw shooting team.
Well, and I've always, you probably are tired of me talking about this, John, but I really think the free throws, regardless if we're talking boys teams or girls teams, that is the one statistic you have total control over. Because nobody can block your free throw. And, as long as you get a fair amount of opportunities, that should be a stat you're golden on every time.
Goodman knocks them both down. Crownover, nice. Great look inside. Nice pass, Roberts into Crownover.
Great assist. Look at that, how she led her. Perfect pass. Weak side help was not there that time.
That was so beautiful. 4 points for Erin Crownover. Spartans back on the offense, Foul is called on the jumper. Perche jumped out, and they're going to whistle her for the foul.
Yeah, you don't want to necessarily foul the shooter on the outside like that.
UTEC's going to get 3 shots. That was beyond the arc.
Yeah, you don't want to give them 3 free throws.
UTEC a 55% free throw shooter. Knocks down the first one. They have been solid from the line.
This is not the night to test him, I guess.
All right, they call off the substitution. Can't sub yet, so Bullock will wait over at the scorer's table.
Yeah, what they want to do is they don't want to disrupt the shooter, but we've managed to disrupt the shooter already.
by stopping the disruption.
And they're going to do the sub after the second free throw. Now they can bring him in. And it makes sense. What they're looking for is they want, when the third shot is taken, if she misses it, they want to go live, and they don't want to have the person waiting that's coming in not in. But
UTEC 2 for 3. Crownover with the rebound. Here comes Bullock, sets the offense. She is between the rings, on the dribble. Look inside, nice pass. Otzelberger goes strong, and she is fouled. She will go to the line.
And that's 2 on Miller, so that could be big if she picks up another one. Yeah, see, got her with the body and also on the hand. So
Miller may have to sit down here. Otzelberger at the line on the year.
See,
56% free throw shooter.
You bring up a great point, John. I just wonder whether they think they can even survive in there without her. She's really their only force inside. Everybody else is pretty much a guard.
The 2 freshmen have been the only 2 on their team that have not had a rest yet.
Right. But see, if nothing else, I'd have that conversation with her. Don't pick up 3.
And then if you're the Falls, you attack her, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. If you can get that isolation there, even a head and shoulder fake on the inside could be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, you tell Crownover, take it at her.
Yeah.
Anna Smalley, nice battle for the ball, then turns the ball over. Here come the Spartans back. They're down by 7. That's going to be a foul. Anna Smalley not able to get the position. She picks up the foul. Kelly Goodman will go to the line.
Anna Smalley, tough young player. She is a junior also.
Goodman only at 51%, but has knocked down the first 2. There we go. She misses that one. Kennedy back into the ball game for the Spartans. Indians up by 7, 5:41 left here in your first half. Senior night at Menomonee Falls. Gets the second one. She is 3 for 4 on the evening, and here come the Indians. Bullock, free throw line. She makes them pay for it.
And that's the second time she's just pulled up, taken it, made it nothing but net.
Bullock's having a nice game. 6 points
job
here in the first half.
Nice
job. Anna Smalley with the quick hands. Almost forces another turnover. Slow passes by the Spartans.
Well, and you've heard me also talk about this. I think bounce passes tend to be slow, and they're throwing a lot of passes that are either intended to be bounce passes or they're tending to throw them low, like towards the shoes, and that's not really a good kind of a pass when you've got this type of pressure. Ball staying in that 1-3-1, trapping.
Carlson back into the ball game for the Indians. Spartans not liking that pressure. Ball is knocked out of bounds. The Spartans will keep the basketball. They are down by 8.
Well, and let's give it to Coach Amundsen's squad. What they're doing is they're also playing with their hands up on defense. Some teams play a zone and then they got their hands down. But I think, and that's I call that an unforced error.
That's a pretty tough pass.
That's an unforced error.
As the freshman Pickler threw the ball away.
They're just nervous about, possibly getting stolen, so then adjust the pass.
Bullock looks inside, sets the offense. Indians show movement on the baseline, and there it is. Robertson jumper on the way. That's off the mark. Off a Crownover, battle for the ball. It is saved by the Spartans. Pickler with another rebound, and here she comes. Little freshman point guard kicks it. Baseline jumper on the way, in and out. Crownover with the rebound. Here comes Bullock, looks up. There's Carlson.
No, there
Crownover, nice cut, can't finish.
Oh, man,
wow.
I thought there was contact.
That was a nice pass.
Great pass. You can tell this team has worked together for a while.
Pickler launches it and can't get it. Here comes Bullock. The Indians look to push the ball. Robertson is baseline. Crownover flashes inside. Bullock thought she felt contact, threw the ball up, and here come the Spartans. Robertson is back. That's a travel. That's going to be a turnover. Intimidated. Robertson got back. Good position on defense, and she forced the turnover.
Yeah. And she even sailed past her a little bit, but it was just enough to disrupt. Good intensity by the Falls Indians tonight.
Bullock baseline. Bullock free, jumper on the way, downtown off the mark. Crownover, battle for the board.
No.
You could see there Mariah Miller had to back
notice,
off.
Did you notice Crownover put in that head and shoulder fake? I think she was trying to draw that foul on Miller, but it looks like Miller understands she cannot get another foul here.
Pickler can't get it to go. Here come the Indians again. Carlson is free up court. Try to get the ball to her. She does gather. Inside Crownover. Wow.
There you go.
Spartans need a timeout. Here's another pretty look at this, the finish here.
But look how she squares, looks inside. See, in Crownover, they run the floor so well. They know what they're looking for. Aaron hustling down the court, and then they know when the defense starts to go out and find their players, that she's wide open. So she got that inside pass, excellent pass, and made another 2 points. That was like 4 points in a row right there for
They are
Crownover.
pushing the ball, too. The Indians are scoring a lot of points in transition.
And suddenly it's a 12-point lead.
Yeah, they've opened up the game a little bit here.
Well, and you know, the other thing you can look at, people like Miller, who we talked about is one of their best players, hasn't had a break. And even though she's got the 2 fouls, she's been in the whole time. And to me, she just looks a little winded.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, when you get winded, that's usually the time where instead of playing good defense, you kind of reach and slap and stuff. So if she can stay away from another foul in the last 3:25, that'll be amazing.
Amber Bullock on defense, pressured with Robertson. Turnover. Here come the Indians. It's Otzelberger to Robertson. Robertson, nice. Another 2 points in transition, and she's got 8. Wow, this is nice. Otzelberger leading the break. That's a great camera shot by our guy Gordon.
I'm telling you, our camera crew is awesome.
Pressure by the Indians. That's not going to happen. Otzelberger ties it up, and that's going to go back to the Indians.
Yeah, possession arrow in their favor.
A lot of intensity being showed here by the Indians. Also checked into the ball game now for the Indians is number 32, Micic. Madison Micic. Micic?
That's my guess.
Madison Micic. Her first action here this evening.
She's also a junior. Cross-court pass.
Bullock looks inside. Carlson instead. Oh, tough jumper. Mariah Miller blocks it. Ball is on the floor. Who's got it?
Wow.
Quick jump ball. Looked like Robertson had come out of there with it.
Usually they become held balls so that nobody can gain an advantage there, but Michaela kept battling, and I thought she got it.
Morfeld in for Robertson for the Indians. 2:30 left.
Now see, 14-point lead is nice, but you don't want to let up. You want to keep going after them, what's working.
Wow, nice look. Freshman to freshman. Pickler to Miller. Miller's got 7.
And you know what was the big difference on that 1-3-1 defense? Their hands were down. If their hands would have been up, that pass would have never been made.
Bullock.
Boy, she is.
Wow.
And
she is feeling it.
There's not a lot of arc on this thing, but it is just straight on. She's squaring, follow through. Nice job.
Pickler breaks down the defense. Miller can't finish. Here come the Indians. Under 2 minutes left. Inside look, knocked away, gathered by the Spartans. Here comes Pickler. She's looking a little tired, too. She has not had a rest yet. From downtown, Miller can't gather, but the Spartans do. Pickler.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, Miller. And one. They're going to get Carlson for the foul, and Miller finishes.
Yeah, this is NC. You can see Miller wide open underneath the basket.
Look at Pickler, the penetration, breaking down that defense.
That's clearly what Coach wants her to do. She's just penetrating and causing all kinds of trouble. It's totally different when they get their 1-3-1 half-court trap up, and Pickler can't get the ball where she wants it to be.
Miller on the year, and 61% free throw shooter, knocks that down. Sorry, 63%. She has 10 here in the first half, quietly after a slow start. She averages almost 12 a game, and she's got 10 here in the first half.
This will be interesting now. She's out for the last minute, 25 seconds. Let's see if the Falls can make a little bit extra run here.
She did a nice job not picking up that third foul. Inside look, Carlson.
And yet scored a lot of points.
Yes, she did. Otzelberger, baseline, nice move, and she is fouled. Very nice move on the baseline.
Interestingly enough, that's only the fourth foul on Brookfield East. So they're not doing a lot of fouling, but
goes right around Goodman. Otzelberger in and out.
A little more arch. Got to get it up a little higher.
Otzelberger now 1 for 3 from the line. There we go. Otzelberger with 2 points here in the first half. We close in on 1 minute left. The Indians up by a dozen. Robertson set to check back in for the Indians for the stretch run here. Who will get a rest? It will be Michik.
Well, and this is a chess move. They put Michaela in, see if they could, in 1 minute, can they get a couple of quick ones. Boy.
Pickler, late whistle. Pickler draws the foul. They're going to get Robertson for the foul.
I think that's her first, if I'm not mistaken.
I think her second.
Well, I don't even.
Yeah, second.
Yes. Yeah, just
they were letting them play earlier. They didn't on that play.
Yeah, they're tightening it up all of a sudden for some reason. Yeah, now she picked up that second foul. Now that's not worth taking a chance that she's going to get a three. Sometimes the chess move works, and sometimes it doesn't.
Pickler 1 for 2. She's got 3 points. Here come the Indians. Under 1 minute left. 11-point lead. Carlson flashes inside. Wow, that's a very tough pass.
I don't know. You got some high post players. I think you got to.
Carlson had her girls sealed off too.
Like we like to say, make the easy pass.
Jumper downtown on the way. That is nothing but air. It's Morfeld. Morfeld on the dribble. Pulls it up. Otzelberger. Carlson. Long jumper off the mark. Nice offensive rebound. And Morfeld is hammered. Good rebound.
Well, you know, what's interesting about the Brookfield East Spartans shooting from the three-point arc, I think we talked a little bit about it even just before we went on camera. They're shooting 24% as a team. So I don't think they're going to hurt the Falls.
Yeah, we'll let them have that shot.
So let them have that, you know, just don't let them have those second and third shots. Don't let them get the easy stuff. And with Miller out right now for Brookfield East, I don't think they have to worry about the rebounding as much. They still got to box out.
Morfeld's on the board, 1 for 2. Lead is back to 12. Pressure in the backcourt by the Indians. Pickler looking for help. Gets the ball into the front court and then gets the ball back. Oh, nice look inside. Pickler with the nice assist. Plavšić. The FCC is going to come after us.
I think Harry's going to have to bleep that one.
Let's go with that. With the follow. Send your letters to H. Stetzel. A nice half by the Menomonee Falls Indians. 34-24 is your score at halftime. They kept it in double digits. Let's run down the scoring for you very quickly here. The Indians with very balanced scoring. They have 3 players with 8 points. The big 3, Robertson, Bullock, and Crownover, all with 8 points here so far tonight. They have 2 from Otzelberger, and 1 from Moorfeld. I think I might have
6
said that
from
wrong.
Carlson.
Robertson, Bullock, and Carlson, and Crownover with 8. Carlson with 6.
6, right.
Good catch.
Yep.
Very balanced scoring for the Indians. We had a pretty neat opportunity before the game to sit down with varsity coach Craig Amundsen. We're going to bring a little bit of that to you. We're going to step aside for halftime. We'll be back with second half action in this Greater Metro matchup in just a few minutes. Joined by Coach Craig Amundsen. Coach, thanks for taking a couple of minutes out to chat with us.
Sure.
I can see the emotion in your eyes, this group of special seniors here on senior night. Talk a little bit about how special this group is.
Well, at the beginning of the year, when we were reflecting on the previous time, this is probably the group of kids that we've had the most time with. There's 3 of them that were with us since the freshman year.
Wow.
And then a couple other ones that have been with us since their sophomore year. So we have a lot of experience graduating tonight, and they're just great kids. I recently nominated our team for Academic All-State, and the quality of kids we have, their overall GPA is a 3.5.
That's amazing.
On a 4.0 scale, so hopefully we'll get some recognition for our academics too. So
how nice, how important has it been to have that senior leadership on the floor?
It's always great to have an extension of the coaching staff out on the court with experience. Absolutely. You know, the tri-captains, you know, Michaela, Amber and Aaron are also experienced, and you know they're all going to the next level to either track or basketball. So very mature, experienced kids.
Greater Metro, always unbelievably tough. This year, just brutal. Does that help you prepare for the second season?
Well, we'll find out. I know when Coach Kurt and I put this schedule together, we did it with the intention of, with this group of kids that we have. We knew they were a talented group. So we're performing the experiment this year, and we'll see what happens in the playoffs. So we're hoping to, and we got the 5 seed, and we play Arrowhead, so it's a game that's winnable. So.
Let's talk about that for just a second. Those games are just around the corner. How do you feel about your team? How are they doing physically and mentally as we head into this end of the season?
That's a good question. This is probably one of the first or second games that we've been completely healthy, and everyone's been here. So, and you know, we've been shortening practices and doing some cross training. So yeah, this is the healthiest we've been. It really is. So, and I know they're excited, you know, being senior night.
We want to thank you, Coach, for taking a couple minutes to chat with us. Very busy. We sure appreciate it.
Thank you.
Good luck. Go
Thank
get them tonight,
Thank
and then in a couple of weeks, too.
Thanks.
Welcome back to Menomonee Falls High School. The Indians with a 10-point lead here at halftime. I always like to do this, Coach, kind of go over in a shortened version the hints from hints and see what's working. Yeah, you said the Falls need to build on a 2-game win streak. They appear to be doing that. Up-tempo offense, how are they doing with that?
Yeah, I really think that's where they're getting a lot of their points in
There we go.
transition. They're getting all kinds of turnovers from their defense. Once we noticed that they switched to that 1-3-1 half-court trap, that's created a whole bunch of opportunities for them. I'm a little nervous about the defending and the boxing out because they're really letting her penetrate.
Pickler, yeah.
Pickler is just, making mincemeat out of that whole center of that defense and that. And I also think they're getting some extra shots, offensive rebounds. They got to box out better. And I do think that this is a good start for the playoffs. But now, a playoff team would put the finishing touches on a team like this. So we're going to have to see if Coach Amundsen said the right things at halftime and got the girls all pointed in the right direction.
Let's take a quick look at what the hints from hints were for East. Evaluate how they're doing.
Well, I don't think they stopped Robertson and Crownover. I think they
8 points each.
They stopped Robertson initially, but then she exploded in the second quarter and got all of her 8 points there. So far, they haven't overcome that. They're trying to stay positive. They definitely are not laying down and dying here.
Yeah, they have a lot of energy.
They do. They really do. And I think, the young team. The only negative that I can see, though, is that they're not able to spell Miller and Pickler as much as they normally would, a player that has those important features for the Spartans.
Similar to Robertson, Miller got off to a very slow start, but she finished the half with 10 points. She averages 11.8 per game. Pickler averages 10.5 per game, and she has 3 points. She's had a lot of assists. She's had a lot of penetration. Hasn't found the goal that often, but Mariah Miller is the key to what the Indians do here in the second half.
And if she can pick up that third foul real quick in that second half, I think that's going to make a total change of the game for the Falls.
So we're just about set for second half action here on senior night at Menomonee Falls High School. And the Indians will start, as they started the ball game, with Robertson, Bullock, Crownover, Carlson, and Prichet. Spartans getting ready to take the court. They are down by 10 here at Menomonee Falls High School.
And Coach Amundsen's doing the right thing. You got to get those seniors their minutes and their playing time and everything else. It's just an emotional thing. But it also disrupts your rhythm if you're not out there with your traditional starters that maybe won the last 2 games for you. So, but they're doing fine. They're doing fine.
The Indians very consistent. 17 points in the first quarter, 17 points in the second quarter. Indians on offense. Robertson looking inside, gives the ball up to Carlson.
Showing some patience here. That's good.
Crownover goes baseline. Looks inside, dips under. Nice finish.
Now, that was a conversation at halftime. I'll bet you any money because
Crownover
what she did was she does the step and
looks
up on
inside, dips under.
Great move here,
That's
Crownover.
actually a move that I'm sure that the coaching staff has taught her.
Jumper on the way. That is knocked down from downtown.
And
Emily Utic.
And I want to say that's their first 3-pointer.
Yes. Crownover with the answer inside. 2 quick ones for Crownover.
You get the feeling that might have been a topic of conversation at halftime?
Crownover with a
ball
dozen.
Inside, and here's what we need to do.
Jumper on the way. That is off the mark. Offensive rebound, and the putback doesn't go. Mariah Miller is fouled inside. Spartans hitting the offensive glass hard.
And here's the challenge. Whenever you're watching a zone, it's hard, but people still have to box out in a zone. And sometimes people forget that. Here's a great shot of the pictures, the big blow-up poster pictures of all 5 seniors. I think that's so classic on the wall there.
Miller knocks it down. What's hard to see on that angle is that on each of those big posters is actually a little poster. You can see it in the bottom left corner on some of the pictures of the young ladies when they were younger, like in 5th grade.
Oh, yeah.
Great touch here on senior night. Ryan Miller knocks down both of them. She's got a dozen. The 2 big ladies leading the way. Crownover and Miller each with a dozen. Robertson, jumper, nothing but net from downtown.
Oh, I love the penetration by Bullock. She draws 2 players to her, and then Michaela Robertson is wide open for the jumper, nothing but net.
Beautiful shot.
You think they've played together well?
Once in a while they've played together. There's a long jumper on the way, well off the mark. Miller, another rebound, and she's fouled once again.
Same thing. The 1-3-1 is a great half-court trapping defense, but you've got to find a player to box out. Find somebody to box out, get your body on them, and make sure that they're not going to get those cheap putbacks.
Of the girls that play substantial minutes, Miller is their best free throw shooter. Kind of unusual. She's also their center, 5'11". And she knocks that one down. 63% coming into the game. She has knocked that up a couple of percentage points here tonight.
Boy, and she doesn't waste any time. She's got a couple of dribbles, and she's spinning the ball, and boom, she shoots it up there.
1 for 2 on that trip. Here come the Indians, up by 11. Prochet flashes out, looks inside Crownover. Crownover strong again. They're going to say the foul took place on the floor. Indians will inbound. See if they get Miller, who got caught with their hand.
You know, the other thing that's also helpful, too, is they're getting the ball to Crownover, and she's getting it high, and she's keeping it high. Every time a post player gets the ball low, they really make themselves short.
Kennedy called for the foul. Indians reset the offense. Robertson off the mark. That's a tough one. They're going to call Crownover for the foul as they're battling for the ball.
Yeah.
Otzelberger will check back into the ball game. Crownover, I think that might be her third foul.
I was going to say, I think that is 3. Yeah.
So Crownover will get a rest here. Marks also comes in. Prochet and Crownover are out. Spartans set to inbound, down by 11. Here's Pickler. I think Pickler played the whole first half.
Change up the defense now. This is a 2-3 zone now.
Quick hands. Miller collects.
Still got a box out.
Jumper on the way. That one is off the mark. Miller battles for the rebound and gathers. She sets the offense. Pickler inside. Can't get it to fall. Oh, Pickler forces the steal, and then she is fouled by Carlson. Pickler, she is feisty.
I tell you, you know, you got your point guard in the low post rebounding and getting aggressive. It's pretty amazing. That's what, again, why as a post player you don't bring the ball where the shorter players can get their hands on it.
Whoosh, that is nothing but net. Knocked down again by UTEC. It's her second 3 of the half.
Now, see, and there's nobody guarding her. That's the...
Yes. She could set her feet. That's too easy. Indians look for the answer. That's Robertson. Swings it to Bullock. Bullock baseline. That's downtown. That's off the mark. Miller with the rebound. Miller gives it up to Pickler. Pickler from downtown. Not going to happen. Marks with the rebound. Otzelberger. Otzelberger handling the basketball.
I don't think that's really the plan.
Marks gathers and scores.
Nice catch. That was a tough pass.
Carlson with the pass.
Watch how firm this pass is. Boom, right there.
Good hands.
Caught it, kept her balance, put it in. Nice job, Marks.
And here come the Indians, up by 10. Can't quite handle it. Here come the Spartans. They have numbers. It's Pickler inside at Bullock. Pickler can't get it to fall. Robertson with the rebound, goes out of bounds. It's going to stay here with the Spartans, with the Indians up by 10. Here's another look at that. Yep, there it goes, out of bounds. Indians can't control it. Spartans reset on offense. Whoa, that is a tough shot. UTEC is feeling it.
Yeah, definitely. You've got to get a hand up there and get in the penetration zone there, so she doesn't have a clear shot at the basket.
She's got 9 points in the first half of this third quarter. Pickler, she's not afraid to go in there. She draws the foul. She'll head to the foul line where her strength is on getting to the rim, but not necessarily at the line.
I'm a little surprised that when she penetrates, she's not able to just dish and find somebody who's open.
Yeah,
I mean,
she did earlier.
Is kind of penetrating or sinking towards her.
She knocks that one down.
And suddenly it's only a 7-point lead.
Moorfeld in, Otzelberger out. Pickler 1 for 2. Carlson with the rebound, and here come the Indians. Bullock in the lane. Bullock tries to finish, and she's fouled. That may be Mariah Miller.
Good penetration right there.
Miller with her third foul.
She got nailed on the arm there. See if Amber uses those legs and puts it in.
Very flat free throw. Amber Bullock is a 62% free throw shooter on the year. 8 points in the first half. Oh for 2, Mariah Miller gets the rebound. Here come the Spartans, down by 7. They could get it down to 5. 4 with the long one. Pickler inside, Miller kicks it back out, jumper on the way. Are you kidding me? UTEC again. She's got 12 points here in the third quarter.
I think it's time to change the D. Nice shot, Carlson.
Carlson with the answer.
Yeah, it's a 6-point. That was a 4-point. Now it's a 6-point game. This is getting too close.
Oh, Robertson with the big defense. Pickler comes back out of there with the ball, looking to work. Jumper on the way from way downtown. That's off the mark. Spartans get the rebound, though. UTEC can't get that one to fall. UTEC again. Oh, and she's fouled. UTEC's going to go to the line. She has taken over this third quarter. There's a nice look at Monica Carlson's baby jumper. That was pretty. UTEC a 55% free throw shooter.
Falls changed up the defense there. Went to a straight-up man-to-man.
UTEC knocks it down. Otzelberger back in. Carlson with some nice minutes. We'll get a little bit of a rest here.
So, John, here's the quiz question of the week. How do you stop a hot shooter?
Deny him the basketball.
Yeah, don't let him get the ball in the first place. Because she's obviously making free throws. She's hitting threes.
Yeah, she's been feeling it. She's had a good third quarter.
And for us to talk about her free throw shooting, and then that also makes her miss, too. So that's
the announcer's jinx.
Yeah, if we got the announcer's jinx.
2:50 left here in the third quarter. See what the call is here. Foul out on the floor, it looks like, for the shot. Pickler with her first foul. As feisty as she plays, that is her first foul.
Isn't that amazing? Yeah. Yeah, she's got such quick hands and quick feet. Nice. Nice.
Third team foul.
Otzelberger. On the inside. You know, and I'm an old throwback guy. I love inbounds plays. There's a lot of teams now that all they do is get the ball inbounds. They just want to run their offense, and they don't think about that. But Coach Amundsen definitely does inbounds plays, and I think it makes a big difference.
Robertson forces the turnover and gets the ball back. She is to the rim, and she finishes.
Hey, you young players, too, you got to see what Michaela Robertson did. See how she pushes that ball way out in front so that she can run to the ball? Excellent job. Excellent job.
Robertson with 13. The Indian lead back up to 9. There's Mariah Miller on the ball, gives it up. Jumper is on the way. That is off the mark. Miller with the rebound. I don't know why they keep trying. Mariah Miller is their primary weapon, and they're launching, hoisting up these three-pointers.
Right. Well, and quite honestly, I've been unofficially keeping track. She has shot at least 4 3-pointers, and she's not even close.
Yeah, I think she's hit the rim on one of those.
I would actually hope that they would let her continue to shoot the 3.
Miller misses on the free throw. She'll get another. 13 so far on the night.
And, you know, the thing is, you know, number 30, Gibbs, is a junior, and you'd like to think that with her years of experience of playing, she'd know, you know, what's a good shot. A good shot is defined as an open shot within your range. I don't think that's her range.
Gibbs, I have the numbers here. Gibbs is a 31%er from beyond the arc. I mean, that's not strong. Otzelberger.
Yeah, you're going to miss 7 out of 10, so.
Yeah. Here come the Spartans looking to cut into an 8-point lead. The Indians already in the bonus. Spartans on offense. Into traffic, no call. Miller throws the ball to Bullock. The Indians look to push the ball. They have numbers as Miller tries to get back down court. Morfeld with the move. She's into the lane, gives it up. Who has it? Pickler and Bullock go for the ball, and Bullock knocks it out of bounds.
Yeah, that was an actually pretty ugly possession.
Yeah,
they didn't
yeah,
get
it was.
anything out of that at all. 8-point lead.
30-second timeout. Brookfield East has their third timeout.
East calls the timeout. They have 3 timeouts. They have 2 timeouts left now. Indians have 5 left. You just can't. It's like we just can't get quite over the hump.
Right, right. And you got to give, it's a combination of two things. One is, I think the Falls just has some offensive and defensive lapses, but you also got to give it to the Brookfield East Spartans. They have been given the feeling or the sense that they're in it. And you gotta take that out of there.
They've been allowed to stick around, and
yeah.
that makes any team dangerous.
Yeah. And the things that they're trying to do, like get the ball to Miller, obviously number 14, Udick has also been scoring, and they're getting free throw opportunities. So all those things are pointing in favor of the Spartans at this point.
Udick with 12 points in the quarter. Nice pressure, turns the ball over. Up ahead, there it is. Robertson has it. She gathers, and she finishes.
Nice job.
Great hustle.
Laura Marks, just great hustle, picks up the ball, and then just tosses it ahead. Pick up by Michaela Robertson. Nice job. And
15 for Robertson.
And gets fouled.
Michaela Robertson with a nice night. She'll try to add to it from the line. And she does.
No, she just got great focus, great concentration. Nice job.
The Indians extend the lead back out to 11 as we close in on 1 minute left. East looks to answer. Baseline jumper, UTEC.
Whoa.
She's unconscious.
Yeah. Well, and you notice they went back to that 1-3-1 trapping zone, but they left her out open on that corner.
You can't leave her open. She's punishing us. And the Spartans force the turnover. Here they come. They're down by 8. UTEC, you can see her standing there. She's got her spot. Looks like they may be content to play for the last shot. Miller sets it, gives it to Pickler.
Notice Michaela Robertson playing it smart. She gets her hand within that couple of feet there.
Oh, here we go. Robertson with the breakout. She's got Bullock on her left. She takes it to the rim. Oh, she's fouled. She will go to the line.
You know, I think what I've enjoyed over the years is Bullock and Robertson. They play well together. They're heady ball players. They're smart. They're experienced. She knew that the best opportunity was to just take the penetration and go in there and try to get that basket plus the free throw.
Can't knock that one down. She will get another. Good look at the senior guard there here on senior night at Menomonee Falls High School. Robertson going on to compete at Lewis University outside of Chicago. Knocks the second one down. Pressure by the Indians, broken. Gibbs on the ball. Gibbs gives it up. Mariah Miller inside. She gets it and she draws the foul.
Yeah, you know, in transition, when you're falling back, remember you've got to hustle back to the paint so you clog the lane up so that nobody gets the easy basket there. We just didn't get the hustle back to the paint.
Miller misses the free throw. Otzelberger can't control it. Here's another look at that inside. And the bounce. Miller with the friendly rim.
Kept it high.
Oh, there's UTEC. UTEC feeling it. Oh, as time expires, she is fouled. She will go to the line.
And here's the worst case scenario. You cut no time on the third quarter clock, and yet she's going to have a chance.
Now, what does this do to a player? Everybody else is off the floor, and she's shooting this free throw. It's a different environment than what she's used to.
But based on what I've seen Emily Udick do so far, I don't think it's going to bother her at all.
55% free throw shooter.
Yeah.
Knocks that one down. She is having a monstrous quarter.
Like you said, she's in the zone. Yeah.
She gets 1 out of 2. That's the end of the third quarter. There you see the score. Indians up by 6, 53-47. Let's talk about Emily Utic for a second. She came into the ballgame averaging 7.3 points a game. She is a senior guard. She had 16 points in that quarter. 16 points.
Right.
She's got 18 on the night. including 3 3-pointers.
So she was in the top 4 in scoring. So the fact that she has the ability to put points on the board is not surprising. But you're right, she's absolutely feeling it there in that third
At the high
quarter.
school level, to score 16 in one quarter,
right.
that is a big, big effort.
Well, and what's unfortunate is the Falls is doing some good things, but what you have to do, and I think seniors in particular should pick up on this, is they got to know that she's hot. They've got to know that we got to maybe cheat a little bit over, even if it is a 2-3 zone, even if it is a 1-3-1 zone. We got to cheat over there a little bit.
Look at these guys: Rick Recklicks, Dave Petroff,
and his wife.
Rick's much better half. I mean, it's not even fair to call them halves. She's like 3/4.
3/4.
Rick's better 3/4, sitting there next to Big Rick. His daughter, an outstanding athlete. Actually, a couple of them here at Menomonee Falls. His daughter still hoards a lot of the Menomonee Falls girls scoring records.
That's right.
Dave Petroff kicking it.
Daughter's coaching now.
The old retired AD. Boy, he looks good in retirement.
And, when we should probably mention, too, the outstanding year that both the gymnastics team has had as well as the wrestling team.
Yes.
The wrestling team is doing absolutely awesome. Matter of fact, they're wrestling as we are broadcasting.
4 individuals
tonight.
in the state tournament and the team.
Yep. Coach
Kudos
Jim
to
McMahon
them.
just done an outstanding job.
Bullock with the quick hands knocks the ball out of bounds. We actually did a piece on both those that you can check on Falls Cable Access. We did Focus on Our Children on the wrestling team and the gymnastics team. We had a couple of the athletes. We had the coaches. Check it out, Falls Cable Access. I think you'll enjoy it. A great, great group of kids. It's good to see when good kids succeed.
Yes. Well, and Jim McMahon has just built the program since he took over as head coach. It's probably about 8 years ago now.
Only 8 teams make it to the state tournament for wrestling, and the Menomonee Falls Indians are one of them. And Tracy, the coach of the gymnastics team.
Yes.
After 24 years, she's done. Have you seen her?
I
24 years? What,
right.
did she start when she was 3 years old?
yeah. Right out of college. I think she started right away when she was teaching, and she was teaching math actually in Germantown, if I'm not mistaken. And then we were very fortunate to have the opportunity to hire her as a math teacher here in the district. So it's been wonderful that she's was able to come over here and finish her gymnastics coaching career with us.
Yeah, she's really turned that program into something in all the years that she's been here. Look inside for Crownover. Nice hand. She is deep underneath. Can't get it to fall. But Bullock gets the rebound. Carlson swings it. Otzelberger, free throw line. Another nice rebound, Carlson. Otzelberger. Robertson wants it baseline. Closing on 7 minutes left here in the ball game. Crownover from way outside. Carlson. The Indians hit the glass big time but come up empty. It's a big effort inside by the Indians. Battle for the ball. Arms are flying everywhere. Spartans looking to cut into this 6-point lead. Pickler tries to settle down the offense. Pickler with the famous, I'm just going to drive inside and flip it up there and draw the foul. She's done that several times.
I was going to say that probably should have been the one stat we should have kept tonight was how many times does Pickler penetrate the lane?
Pickler knocks down the free throw. She'll get another. Pickler with 6 points on the night.
Yeah, but she's disrupted.
She has. She is a handful.
Only
she gets both free throws.
Only a freshman.
Otzelberger looking for Carlson. Carlson does a nice job inside. She really seals off the defender. There she gets the ball in good position. Pivots, gives the ball up. Oh, can't get it to fall. Bullock again, no.
Suddenly it's a 4-point game.
Carlson with a nice interior pass. Mariah Miller, bad pass, good hands. Here comes Bullock. They have numbers, 4-on-1. Give it up, Carlson. Oh, can't get it to fall. Bullock with a nice rebound, and she is fouled. Robertson with a nice job running that break.
That was a very nice break. They did try to get it to the open player. They are unselfish, as we know about this group of young ladies. They're a team concept, always have been. That's better.
Bullock knocks it down.
If I'm not mistaken, Bullock had missed her last 2 free throws.
She
That's
has.
great that she was able to get back in there. And
those are her first points of
put
the
those
second
in.
half. There she goes. She's back right, and she's got 10 points on the night. And the lead is back to 6. Fourth quarter has been the worst quarter of the year for these Indians. They have struggled. It's the only quarter that they've been outscored by their opponents on the year.
Yeah, it's actually interesting. If you look at the stats, their second and fourth quarter is their worst. Wow.
Wow,
No
a lot
call,
of contact there.
No call either way.
Both going for the basketball.
Wow.
A lot of contact there. Spartans do get the basketball. They're down by 6.
Again, straight up man-to-man by Menomonee Falls.
Great job on that replay, by the way. I know I've said this before. There are not many operations at this level that have replay, that have multiple cameras.
No.
I mean,
well, and that even have a synced clock on the screen.
Yeah.
And again, the cameramen are doing such a good job. They make us look really smart.
yeah, I mean, they're the ones who do it. They do the hard work, no doubt about that. Pickler's back to the line. In and out. Pickler can't get it to fall.
What did you say was her shooting percentage for the free throw line?
51%. You don't see that very often from your point guard.
No. And, you know, with all that penetration, she's got to, if that's going to be part of her game, she definitely has to develop that.
And she missed them both, and then Miller stepped out of bounds. You know, and from the field, she only shoots 40%.
Right. But that's not uncommon. You know, point guards don't necessarily have to be great outside shooters, but I think the free throw, anybody can be a good free throw shooter.
Especially if you penetrate like she does, you know you're going to get to the line. You got to work on that part of your game.
Right. Bullock's definitely got to put these in.
Bullock knocked down the last 2. Not that one. She looks a little shaken up. She took a little bit of a shot to the face there.
Right. A little more arch.
Mm-hmm.
There
Gets the second one. Indians just can't quite put this away. They are up by 7. Miller looked like a jump ball. Instead, they call the foul. Looked like good defensive position. I thought they were going to call a jump ball there, but they call the foul, say she was slapped on the wrist, and Mariah Miller will go back to the free throw line.
That really wasn't her shot either. I mean,
no.
You know, she was kind of penetrating outside and was not in the post. I'm not sure that's her best shot.
Miller with 16 points on the night. Make it 17. She has 3 fouls. She's done a good job staying out of foul trouble after early problems. Crownover's been quiet. They should maybe think about feeding the post. Robertson deflected, and here come the Spartans. Ball is loose, and it will be Spartans basketball.
Well, and they're not afraid to reach and slap and, you know, tap and knock the ball and, you know, do all that stuff. So I think that's really kind of interesting.
Timeout Indians. It is precarious. 5-point Indian lead here on senior night. Let's set it for you. 10 fouls for the Indians, 7 for the Spartans.
So both teams, well, one team's in the super bonus.
That's
so
right.
They're going to be shooting 2 free throws every time there's a foul, personal foul.
Indians with 4 timeouts left. The Spartans with 2 timeouts left. 5-point lead. 4:45 left in the ball game.
And 4:45 is a lot of time.
It's a lot of time. Yeah.
So a lot of things can happen in there. And see, if you also notice too, the tempo has changed. There isn't as much up and down the floor, and I think that played better for the Falls. When they were able to kind of keep that up tempo going. I don't think they were able to handle that type of pressure. I think they got tired a little bit, Brookfield East. So I think it's definitely something we want to do. Brian Critt. I think it's Brian Kurt, but
whatever. Look at the airtime we just gave that guy.
I know, and he's
That's the most airtime he's ever gotten in his life.
It's been awesome, yeah.
He'll go by the name we give him.
That's right. He's just happy to have his picture.
If we say it's
on
Kurt,
the
it's
screen.
Kurt. If we say it's Crit, it's Crit.
And see, and I hope you noticed that they're using an iPad.
I
over
did
here
see
to do
that.
the stats on.
Yeah,
Brookfield
that's the
East.
second or third team we've seen doing
Yep.
using the iPad.
Yeah, there's some outstanding apps there for the iPad, and Coach Pad is my favorite.
You should be a spokesman for Apple.
Isn't that an amazing possibility?
UTEC, that time blocked.
That's what they should have been doing earlier in the game, is
Yeah.
getting that hand up on there. Oh,
Oh, crown over.
See, they're going back. They're going back to double and triple teaming her. Yeah.
Here come the Indians. They are up by 5. Look up court. Nice pass. Michaela Robertson with great vision hits Otzelberger, cutting to the basket, who draws the foul. Look at this, coming right into your living room.
Look at her watch. Yeah, see, she's
That's
got
a
great
great
vision.
pass.
It's a good tackle. First down, 10 to go.
Aaron Otzelberger looking to build on that 5-point lead here at Menomonee Falls High School.
Yeah.
That was short from the
It
beginning.
was off the palm of her hand. She's got to get it up on the fingertips. You can just kind of tell. It's you know, with a free throw, it's sometimes it's the littlest thing that just needs to be corrected. Yeah. See, did the same thing.
Yeah.
It rolled down. She didn't have it all the way back. You got to get the wrinkle in the wrist. That's what we used to talk about. Wrinkle in the wrist.
That's off the mark. Gathered by Marks. Nice rebound. Here come the Indians. Senior to senior. Bullock to Robertson. Swings it to Otzelberger. Bullock gets it back. Looks baseline. Pickler's there. Oh, crown over. Battle for the board. Comes to Bullock. Bullock
Puts it
finishes.
back. That's the way to do it.
Crownover did a nice job keeping that play alive on the offensive glass.
And I like Bullock inside, too. That was a nice job on her part. Good help out.
Deflected out of bounds by Amber Bullock. Indians with a 7-point lead.
You know, and I think the Indians are showing how well coached they are in terms of their man-to-man defense, too. You notice Erin Crownover jumped out, gave the help, and then recovered back to Miller. Don't want Miller to get hot now in the last 3:30.
No, or UTIC. Man, stay on UTIC. She was crushing it in that third quarter.
Yeah, one more block on her, and I think maybe mentally she'll be second-guessing her shooting.
Miller, a little bit out of her range. She can't get that to fall. Here come the Indians. Every stop important now. Indians do a nice job on the glass, and the Indians and Coach Craig Amundsen will call timeout with 3:12 left here from Menomonee Falls High School on senior night. Indians with a 7-point lead.
This is going to be a full timeout, so he's going to get a full minute to talk about this. You'll notice a lot of coaches, what they'll do is they get their team or their team of coaches or the coaching staffs together. They talk about what should we be doing here now. We got 3 minutes to go. What's the strategy and all that kind of stuff. And then the coach will go into the huddle and then give them the key points. In between there, all the players get that opportunity.
Hey, there's Brian Kurt. Is he? I think he's related to Brian Critt.
I didn't even know that there were 2 Brians on the coaching staff.
I didn't know there were twins. That's scary stuff right there.
Yeah, it's amazing. Brian's been around for a while.
There's a good look at Craig Amundsen talking to his ball club. This is a good test. It's a good competitive game as they head towards the regionals.
Right. And Coach Amundsen, I don't know if you know this, but Coach Amundsen is a physics teacher and
head
of the science department. So this is a young
one of my girls had him, and he takes great pride every year in talking about the girls that are in his class and on his team.
That's right.
And during that interview we played at halftime, he took a lot of pride in talking about, the GPA on this girls basketball team is 3.5 out of a 4.
Isn't that amazing?
That is amazing. That is quite a testament and much more important than anything they do on the court.
No,
very impressive.
They're using the discipline that sport provides to not only excel on the floor, but off the floor.
That's right.
As well.
The two go hand in hand.
That's right.
Bullock looking to set the offense and play for a good shot. We're under 3 minutes left here. A little more pressure applied by the Spartans.
Yeah, coming out a little bit further. Not going to let them just stand there.
Smart play by Robertson. Kicks it back out. Bullock is inside. She had a lane. She gathers. She rebounds. She scores, and she's fouled. Amber Bullock with a determined effort inside.
Good patience, and then whacked in the head.
Bullock with a nice second half. She's got 7 points in the second half. 15 on the game.
And if she could hit this one, that'd be a 10-point lead. That's going to be huge coming down the stretch around here.
Oh! Indians will keep the basketball. Nice effort inside Carlson to keep that alive, and then Bullock tied it up.
All right, so running an inbounds play now. Let's see if they can get
Wow,
something
that's
off of this.
big with 2:34 left.
Okay, this is 4 across. Inside, there we go.
All right, Indians can set it up. They can afford to be patient here, up by 9. No hurry. Play for a good shot. There you go. Very nice. Carlson looks for Robertson and finds her. Crownover from the free throw line. Nothing but net.
Wow. You think Crownover wanted that one? But good move, and she's wide open. Again, best definition of a good shot, open shot within your range. That was in her range, and she was wide open.
Miller down to the floor, and she traveled. Turnover Spartans. They are down by 11 and running out of time. Morfeld will check back into the ball game. Otzelberger will get a rest.
You know, and that's where maybe a little bit of the inexperience, and also possibly Miller's a little tired. Like I said, she hasn't been out much. I think I've only seen her come out of the game one time.
A little bit of pressure applied by the Spartans. Robertson looks up court, crosses the mid-stripe. Waves off Bullock, takes it inside. Oh, kind of forces it, gets her own rebound, can't finish, battle for the board. Carlson, oh, Crownover.
Yeah.
Crownover with the finish.
Nice job. Nice job. Way to dominate the boards down that stretch there. Great penetration.
Kind of surprised. Robertson really
Shot.
pushing the ball there. Crownover, here you're going to get a great look at this.
Keeps it
First
alive.
Carlson. Wow, what position.
Yeah, and seeing Crownover on the inside. Miller didn't have a chance.
At the other end, Robertson picked up the foul. You're now back live. Angela Pickler from the line. And she knocks it down. Pickler with 8 points. Prochet back in. Morfeld out. 1:31 left. A 12-point ball game. The Spartans running out of time here at Menomonee Falls High School on senior night. Pickler gets them both. They won't go quietly.
What's Pickler got now for total points?
She's got 9 points.
9, yeah.
9 points. And she came into the ball game averaging 10.4.
And I would say 9 points and 20 disruptions.
You're right.
She just keeps making it tough on the
She helps
Falls
Mariah Miller
defense.
get a lot of easy points.
That's right.
Bullock short.
Just got to get those legs into these last quarter free throws. Get it up.
Here come the Spartans. Mariah Miller on the dribble. She doesn't wait for her point guard. She pushes and she turns the ball over. Bullock right by Pickler. Gives the ball up. Prochet is fouled. They are quick when they get a step on the break.
Right, and Bullock did a great job of a nice little quick touch and got the ball away from Miller and then pushed it up. Gave Prochet a chance.
Haley Prochet, a 65% free throw shooter. And she knocks that one down with the pretty stroke. Haley Prochet with her first points of the evening.
And I believe we've got all
Very
the
nice.
seniors scoring tonight then, right?
Yes. Very nice. Coach Amundsen with a class act takes out his 2 seniors that are on the floor. Robertson and Bullock come out to a nice ovation. A very nice evening for those 2 young ladies.
Prochet got both of the free throws. Straight up man-to-man by the Falls. Nice. Whoa.
Oh, Pickler with the pickpocket. Coach will call timeout so we can get some more of his seniors out of the ball game, get some of the reserves into the ball game. A very classy thing to do. Aaron Lockwood will actually check into the ball game, it looks like.
30-second timeout, Menomonee Falls. They have 2 timeouts remaining.
Shakes Carlson's hand, does Coach. Shakes Crownover's hand. Prochet with a little bit of congratulations.
Now, is he subbing or is he just didn't want to leave those 3 timeouts on the board? I'm not sure.
Checking in for the Indians, number 44.
I think he wanted a chance to get his seniors off the floor and
Okay.
get the...
So Lockwood is in now, 44.
Yes, Lockwood with her first action. A nice ovation for Carlson, Crownover. The 5 seniors who started the game.
And nice shots.
There's a nice
ones
look
that
at
we
them.
were talking
There you
about
can see the little pictures. There they are, the seniors on senior night at Menomonee Falls High School.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to look at, how many games have they played, how many minutes have they dedicated, how many hours of practice, how many late dinners have they had. These were dedicated young ladies, great young ladies, and like you said, academics as well as athletics.
And 3 of them will go on to play or compete in college. Crownover, Robertson, and Bullock all going to play at the next level. Anna Smalley to the line. And she knocks it down. Anna Smalley is on the board. Here comes the final senior off the floor, Haley Prochet. To a very nice round of applause. Prochet with 2 points. Some great hustle on defense, very determined effort. Anna Smalley 1 for 2. Here come the Spartans.
And the Spartans were pesky tonight. They just would not lay down. They just kept it up.
The Indians commit the foul. That's Marks. Kennedy, a 46% free throw shooter.
One of the few seniors getting minutes on the Brookfield East team.
Along with Utic, who had just one of the craziest third quarters I've seen for a girls basketball player.
Yeah, her confidence built, and she was making threes and free throws.
Very interesting. She had 16 points in the third quarter. She's had 2 points the rest of the game. I mean, she just went crazy. They gave her a little bit of space, and she took advantage of it, but it was not enough here tonight. Very balanced attack by the Indians.
And primarily, that was happening when they were in the 1-3-1 zone defense, which gives that corner person the opportunity. If you got it, you shoot it, and if you can do that, and you're hot, you're going to score some points just like she did.
So what does this game do for the Indians as they head towards the postseason?
Well, that's great point. They were seeded number 5 in their sectional, and so now they're playing Arrowhead at Arrowhead next Friday. And I believe that I wrote down the time is actually going to be 7 p.m. next Friday. And Arrowhead's going to be tough. They were ranked number 4 in terms of a seed. So when you're playing playoff basketball, 4 and 5 seed, that should be 2 evenly matched teams.
Should be a good game.
Should be a great game. And I think, this game, you're absolutely right. I think this will give them a sense of we can do it. We can play well. We don't want the season to be over with. And again, second season, everybody starts out 0-0, and you can just kind of take it from there.
Anna Smalley will get 1 more free throw.
The other challenge I always remember, in the old days, we used to kind of get into the playoffs usually within 4 or 5 days. But here, you notice, it's going to be literally almost 8 days.
I was wondering about that. It seemed longer than it ever used to be.
Right. And in the old days, the reason that they would play the last game on a Thursday night instead of a Friday or whatever, or sometimes on a Wednesday, was so that you had a little bit more time to prepare, and it was usually like a Tuesday game. And for whatever reason, I'm not sure exactly why, but they played the game to be early on Thursday, and then, but they're off, almost 8 days, like I said.
Spartans also getting a couple reserves into the ball game that have yet to play. Although Pickler stays on the floor, she's played every minute tonight, and she's not coming off.
Yeah, she's the heart and soul, and she's the one who does everything offensively and defensively that gives them a chance.
Spartans not looking to foul. Indians looking to run out the clock. Pickler almost forces the turnover, knocks the ball out of bounds. 4.3 left.
Anna Smalley going to take 4.3 more seconds with the ball.
And that's the ball game here at Menomonee Falls High School on senior night. The Indians come out on top, 67-54. Let's give you a rundown of the scoring really quick here. For the Indians, very balanced attack, impressive. Michaela Robertson with 17 points. Erin Crownover with 16. Amber Bullock with 15 points. Monica Carlson with 8. Otzelberger with 4. But a very nice game. 2 points each for the senior Prochet and Marks. 1 point for Moorfeld and Anna Smalley. Just about everybody getting in on the action for the Indians. Taking a look at the Brookfield East Spartans. Emily Utic, the senior, with 18 points, 16 of them in an explosive third quarter. 17 points for Miller, well above her average as well. 9 points for the freshman point guard Pickler. 4 for Kennedy, 3 for Goodman. Very balanced attack. You have to be pretty happy, I'd imagine, if you're Coach Craig Amundsen.
I think they are, and I think they felt they made some good adjustments at halftime. I think they did enough, especially because East was that team that just wouldn't give up. So, you know, you just got to keep coming back, and you got to keep being tough. And I think the coaching staff did a great job of preparing them, and I think the seniors showed great leadership tonight. So they should be very proud of their season as well as the opportunity for the second season a week from tonight.
We will wish them luck as they head into that venture. This has been a lot of fun.
Thank you, John.
I'm John Merkier. He is Coach Bill Hintz. And we got to thank the guys, because these guys make it all possible. They're the hardest working group. Look at that. He's a comedian.
Yeah.
Gordon Kirchhoff, Joe Crowley, Eric Weissenberger, and Ruben Glazier. They are the greatest guys. There is Gordon Kirchhoff taking the shots of that action coming right into your living room. They are the best. I've worked with a lot of different guys. These guys get it done. Harry Stetzel is our director. I don't think it's saying too much to say he really is a visionary when it comes to the things that we get done in this community. You can see this game. You can see other contests. You can see lots of programming. If you tune into fallscableaccess.com, they have a streaming video section. You can check it all out. It's been a great season, but it's not over yet. We'll wish the girls well.
That's right. Absolutely. Go Indians.
Have a good night.